Good morning, everybody. Lone Wolf Rick here, and I am standing outside of Maverick Helicopters here, and I thought this would be a good place to start a walk. These people have been unbelievably busy this weekend. You could actually rent a helicopter and take it to the Speedway, which is where the EDC event is. One of those Steve Miller big old jet airliners, but and it seems like lots and lots of people have been doing that. These things have been all over the skies here this weekend. Hope everybody had a great weekend and having a great weekend. It's another really nice morning. You can see slightly overcast, so those few thin clouds up in the sky, but really nice. It's about 78 degrees at the start of this walk here. Another day we're supposed to get up into the mid-90s, and then we get a couple of days reprieve, it looks like, as the high is only supposed to be about 89. Yeah, these kids that come to this rave, this CDC event, it's like they definitely seem to have money. Not a whole lot of gambling, but they have money to spend on everything else. Retail and, like I said, the helicopter rentals. I mean, I don't know what that costs, but it's got to be a pretty penny, huh? I know they're always pretty busy during the NASCAR weekend also. They fly people back and forth. It's like to the NASCAR event out there. So it's good for them. I have not read of any real incidents or anything that's happened from the event. So I think usually it's pretty well. I guess what goes on inside the event stays inside the event, but. But other than that, it's like it's been a pretty mild weekend. The hotel occupancy is really good. The room rates were high this weekend because of it. And the corporate Vegas makes up for, because they know it's like, these people don't really gamble all that much anyway. So I think they factor some of that into the room rate, Everybody here in Vegas is up in arms over the Mirage closing down, while they go through the remodel and the construction of that Guitar Hotel Tower. I don't know why people are surprised. If you remember, way back when the sale was announced, a couple of the videos I did way back then was talking about how Hard Rock was going to stay open, but keep the Mirage open as long as he could while they were working on their renovation. But there would come a time when that property was going to have to close down so they could do what they needed to do. I mean, I announced that a couple of times, so I know it seems like everybody's shocked that they're closing down, so it's been no surprise to me. Now, Hard Rock never gave a date or anything. It's when that was going to happen. So, that was always kind of up on ours. But, they only, they like leased, quote unquote, leased the name Mirage from MGM when they bought it. And that only ran to 2025. So, eventually they were going to have to do something anyway. It's funny. It's like I found this site, or I didn't find it. It just popped up on Facebook, and it was one. It's like where people can post their memories. You can tell that we got one jet in here getting ready to take off. But you can post your memories of your experiences at Tropicana, which I thought was a pretty cool idea. Of course, most of the people went on there to bash the baseball stadium, saying that the property would still be there if it wasn't for the baseball stadium, which is absolutely not true. Take a look over there at the fucking Las Vegas site. People get their pictures taken. Looks like part of the EDC crowd right there in the front. And the plans always were for that hotel was going to be torn down. It's like, before you even struck a deal with the A's, it's like to put the baseball stadium there. Because if you remember, the original place the baseball stadium was going to be was on Tropicana, and Dean Martin, they had signed an agreement to the Oakland A's, had signed an agreement to buy something like 47 acres of land that's owned by station casinos, where the old Wild Wild West used to be. And then the owners of the Tropicana went to the A's themselves and says, this is what we plan on the property. We will give you 9 acres to build a baseball stadium, and then we're going to build a brand new hotel resort, like behind it or around it or beside it or wherever they're going to put that, if they ever if they don't run out of money first, the people that own the property where the Tropicana was. But reading some of the comments that were left on the that basic message page that was like on that Facebook, actually were pretty funny. Where people were talking about, I can't believe it's going away. I stayed there in 1993 and, had gambled like $200. Like, I guess it's like that $200 is supposed to last like throughout 30 some years. And there were a lot of comments like that. I wasn't just like a single comment. And I stayed there in 2000 and, you know, whatever the case was. And it was like, you know, I'm like, well, you know, and they, I guess, kind of considered themselves like regulars because they stayed there once in like 1993. And I'm kind of like, think about that. If you stayed there in 1993 and never went back, I'm wondering if that's maybe a contributing factor into the into why the property got into the shape that it was, and it's like it ended up having to be torn down in the first place. My gut feeling tells me, because I always believed it's like that the hotel occupancy was pretty good there. You know, they sold the rooms. You know, mostly because they were mid-price rooms, so you know, it fit into a lot of people's budgets. But they sold the rooms did okay. But I don't think the gaming was ever, because it's a small casino, and the casino in the Tropicana is not that large. You know, and for a property that looked that size, I mean, it looked like a major property on the strip, right? I mean, realistically, they only had, what, 400 employees? I feel bad for the employees. They got a pretty good severance package, don't get me wrong. But I feel bad for them that, you know, eventually they're going to have to come out into this job market to try to find something, which might be kind of hard to do. So, but I just wanted to tell you all about that in case you run across it on your Facebook page. That's like Tropicana Memories or something like that. And it was some pretty funny reads. But like most things in America, there's a lot of misinformation, you know. Summertime, school's getting out. For all you families out there, bring your kids here. The Pinball Hall of Fame. I'm telling you, buy a couple of rolls of quarters that'll last you for hours. You have a good time. And a lot of families do. And I stayed at the Circus this past Wednesday night. It was there were a lot of families already there. A lot of families with kids running around. And I was like, I remember looking around and I thought, man, this has got to be a cash cow. Holy moly. Alrighty, everybody, I think that's going to do it for this video today. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you very, very much. I'm Lone Wolf Rick. Please hit that thumbs up button. Helps to keep our videos visible in our YouTube universe. And this has been a record-breaking month for a number of subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. So jump on board. Seems to be like a good time to do it if you haven't done it yet. And to everybody who watches my videos, thank you very, very, very much. I greatly appreciate it. Everybody take care of yourselves, okay? Stay healthy. I will see y'all in the next video. Hey, bye-bye, everybody.